Welcome back. Here we are on the deck of the Courageous because we're doing the rounds, which does have us having 5 more bonding points, 5 more bonding scenes to get through. So let's see what's going on with Altina here. She's on her Arcus. Altina, who are you talking to? None of your business. Oh, Instructor Rean. Actually, perfect timing. Would you mind giving this a listen, Rean? George! Oh, hey there, Rean. Heard about the Jaeger King situation. Glad you pulled through. Yeah, thanks. So did you happen to have information concerning the workshop? Yeah, I actually have something I'd like to get Altina's confirmation on. Can I get in touch with her via the Courageous too? Something you want confirmation on? Headquarters for the Black Workshop is located at the base of the Greyborn Mountains. However, it appears to have been abandoned at some point. It's completely deserted now. What? You mean the place where I was held captive? The very same. Not only is Alberic gone, but he took enormous stores of research data and experimenter's valuable soldats with him. When I checked around this time yesterday, it had already been wiped clean. I had no idea they were planning anything like that. Maybe I simply wasn't trusted with the information. I was hoping I could get your thoughts on this, Altina, seeing as that's where you're originally from. I wish I had something useful to share. Fortunately, my memory of that time is still a bit hazy. However, I think this might actually prove to be a good opportunity for us. How so? I'm trying to track them down now, so I can't really help directly, but if you're interested, you should have enough time to investigate the workshop site before we need to head to this next shrine. Gotcha. Well, it definitely could be a good chance to find out some new information. But the probability of finding anything conclusive there is likely close to nil. Still, I don't think it would be an entirely fruitless endeavor. There could be intel on the Zauber soldats, S-weapons, and the combat shells. And homunculi like me and Millium. Altina. I've secured a tentative infiltration route. I was asking a lot for you to trust me, given the mess I've made of things. If you do decide to do this, though, please contact me through Altina. Yeah, you bet. I'll be making preparations just in case. Diddle-a-ding. Oh. It's a preliminary scene, that's cool. The Black Workshop is completely deserted. We don't know why, but this could be our chance to investigate. It could be intel on the Zauber soldats, S-weapons, the combat shells, and a homunculi like me and Millium. Altina. It's understandable that it would be on her mind. They'd be completely deserted, but it is the gnome's headquarters. I think we're gonna need some help. We get in contact with George and go investigate the Black Workshop. Yes. Black Workshop. We'd consider the risk, but there's a lot we could potentially gain by checking it out. Let's fill everyone in first and then get in contact with George. Understood. I'll tell everyone right away. Rean briefed those on board about the situation and received approval for the plan to investigate the Black Workshop. As a precaution, a small team tasked with infiltrating the facility was to be supported by the Courageous too. Altina and Crow contacted George. He headed to the workshop using a teleportation gate that he had secret access to. So this is the Black Workshop. It used to be the Gnome's HQ, huh? They might still be using it in some capacity, you never know. Angelica, do you remember the last time we were here? Clear as day. The mess didn't mess with my memories from that time. The guys had to take on the Chancellor, the Steel Maiden, and the Blazing Demon all at once. It's crazy. Now all is still and quiet. Frankly, it's unsettling. Not a soul in here besides us. Feels abandoned. These conditions are ideal for us. We can conduct our investigations without interference. Okay, we'll go to the S-Weapon Lab. I've been curious about the origins of my Berserker and Shirley's Testarossa. When we met in Stargazer's Tower, we were enemies. And working together, who would have thought? Yeah, it was odd. Don't stab me in the back, please, Duvey. Don't come up with pet names for me. As for us, We'll go check out the combat shells in Zelba's sold-out research lab. Maybe Alberic left behind his research notes or something. You're going to the homunculus lab, correct? Will you be okay? Yes. I've been there once before, when we came to save Instructor Rean. It's where Milliam and I were born. Maybe there's still something to learn there. Yes, maybe. Let's see what we can find. Courageous 2 will be patrolling the area around you. Return at once if you're in danger. I'll be waiting here. Let us know if anything goes wrong. Alright. Everyone knows what to do, so let's get started. I think I know what these are. OZ series incubation tanks. Test subjects which fail to become Milliam or me. They were discarded when we were born. It's disgustingly cruel. The DG cult was researching something similar a few years ago. Instructor Rean. Huh? What the? An OZ Mirage. It's an archaism manufactured at the Black Workshop based on Ouroboros' design. Seems to be inactive. Perhaps it malfunctioned and left it behind when they moved to a new base. Huh? I regret the things I did when I was escaping before. I didn't do anything to this particular unit, but still. I feel sorry for it left like this. At least leaned it against the wall. Instructor. What's this white capsule? Doesn't look like an incubator. I noticed it when we were here last, so did I. Chekhov's gun. Because it is in this area. It must have been involved in the OZ series research. It's deactivated and locked. Something about it bothers me. It's not like we'll find out more just by looking at it. Why does it seem so familiar? It's clearly where we're going to resurrect Milliam. Like in a body. Clearly. Triple dot. Empty tanks. 73 and 74. Wait, 73, 74? That's... Yes. These are the tanks where Milliam and I were grown.
So this girl's my sister, huh? Sorry, I don't know if we'll remember this, but when you get outside, let's make sure to meet up and play together, okay?
How odd. This place is so lifeless and desolate. And yet, fills me with some nostalgia somehow. It's completely normal, Altina. Reminds you of your sisterly bond with Milliam. Yes, I suppose that must be it. That bond was once the only thing I knew I could trust. Both Milliam and I were created for the sole purpose of becoming the sword. This knowledge was hidden from us and sealed deep within our memories, but we always sensed it. That's why I envy Milliam. Altina. She sacrificed herself to protect those dear to her, even though it meant becoming the sword.
I must protect. I must. Rean, Yuna, Kurt, Muse, Ash, Milliam, everyone.
That's what I wanted too. Wasn't afraid of what might happen to me. Sure, that's precisely how Milliam felt as well. Although, the Milliam that the spectral moon mirror showed us had regrets.
Guess I should say sorry, though, for not being strong enough. I wanted to be able to say, I saved the day. That I helped protect everyone. But I never thought I'd cause you guys all this grief instead.
I understood that myself. It dawned on me when you saved me at the Isengard Mountain Range the other day. Oh. I appreciate the sentiment, But please don't do that again. Talk things through with someone, don't just rush out on your own. I see. I was really panicked. Yes, I had never seen that much fear in your eyes before.
It seems that even someone as dependable as you has a vulnerable side. So, during those moments of weakness, I want to be the one to protect you.
That's kind of you. You changed a lot, Altina. I'm not really sure if I've played a role in it. I'm really impressed by how you've grown. But thank you. I'm honored that you care so much about me, Altina. You're welcome. What's the matter? It's nothing, I'm experiencing an emotion I find difficult to put into words. It's different from what I've felt towards Yuna or Kurt. How do I say it? It is joyous, but a bit suffocating, and there's warmth and excitement as well. But is this familial affection? Camaraderie? I've read about various kinds of love. Is this the same kind that Elise feel toward you? I don't know. Maybe it's best if you take it easy. I'm sure you'll figure it out for yourself in time. I mean, you still have a lot to learn about feelings and stuff. Take it one step at a time.
Instructor, it would seem you're trying to hide something.
Well, that was a good response from Rean.
Perhaps you'd like to share? Or is your mind filled with inappropriate thoughts?
She's totally messing with him now. Of course not. It's that smile. It's true that she'd become more emotionally mature. I'm both happy and concerned, thinking about her future. She's totally messing with him. Rean and Altina joined the team members who searched the other areas, and they all returned to the ship through a portal. They didn't find the information they were after, but at least they discovered how many new Zauber Soldats, combat shells, and OZ Mirage units had been produced. Furthermore, they realized it was highly possible that the Black Workshop was moved to an entirely new location. Interesting. Because they're like, they moved to a new location, and my mind's like, where would they have moved? Where could they have moved? Where? It's like, that's why my mind immediately goes like, that's still gonna be a thing. I'm feeling it. It's gonna still be a thing. Despite its dark history, this is the place where I was born. It's very dear to me. I'm only able to think of it that way now, thanks to everything I learned from you and the rest of Class 7. Hope I can keep relying on your support. Yeah, I really look forward to seeing how you grow from here. One day soon, I hope that I can clearly define what my feelings are for you, Instructor. Well, I don't want you to rush to find an answer for that. You'll know it when the time is right. For me, it's like familial was the correct one. That's the one that makes sense of everything. Alright, Ash is on his Arcus as well. Man, you're always asking for something. I don't know what's on your plate, but I'm pretty busy with my own shit here. Alright, well, I'll let you know. Peace. Ash? Who was that? If it isn't Thor's biggest busybody. Way to eavesdrop on me. It's nothing. A bad influence from back home hit me up, that's all. A bad influence? Come again? Yeah, you met him once. He's not the kind of guy goody two-shoes like you would cozy up with. Name's Brad, he's a real shit stirrer. Indeed, I've heard quite a few things about Brad. Oh, wait, I think yeah, him. Yeah, I know who you mean. That friend of yours from Raquel. He was the one who tried to sell you out to that informant when you snuck into the city, right? On top of that, I heard something about him getting your old crew from during the Civil War back together to raise hell. Fafnir, alright. Though it looks like they're sticking with low-level crap, like extortion and brawling. Nothing the IDF would give two shits about. We were doing the field exercises before. I ended up giving him my contact info. Now he says he's something to discuss with me. Whatever the hell that means. That is a little concerning. That's to say, he must have his reasons for contacting you like this though, right? To be perfectly honest, given everything that's going down, we really don't have time to be dicking around with that bastard. We'll focus on our own problems, and you focus on yours. Ash? Nope. It's gonna be bugging you anyway. Why not see what he has to say? You must have at least an inkling as to why he wants to talk to you, right? Well, yeah, if I consider the circumstances surrounding the guy. Still, though, you have more reason to tie up loose ends now, right? Make sure you don't regret it down the line. I'll be there alongside you, of course, as your instructor and as a fellow member of Class 7. Man, Teach, you just love nosing in on people's drama, don't you? I get what you're saying, though. Can't really move forward when you're knee-deep in yesterday's bullshit. Alright, bring out Vanny Marshwater. I want to settle this. You got it, Ash. Ash called Brad back to talk. They met at Deccan's in Raquel, and Brad told Ash everything. Ash! I'm glad you're here. And you too, Instructor. Just thought I'd drop by. You got some nerve calling me up after bringing back Fafnir and trying to sell me out. Yeah, I feel so bad about that. It's like I was possessed or something. How did you break out of it? And I couldn't think of anyone else who could help with this. Please help me, I don't know what to do. Seems like things are pretty serious. Alright, we'll hear you out. So, you and your friends committed blackmail and other misdemeanors. In the shadows was your informant Miguel. Yeah, that's basically it. At first, just doing stuff like showing us the perfect places to extort people. Then he made me do all sorts of stuff because I owed him or something. Bring some product from Ordis, the port city, without the Imperial Defense Force busting me. You mean... Sounds pretty sketchy. Yeah, and recently he's been asking for some pretty major stuff. To top it all off, I almost got dragged into some shady business of his not too long ago. This keeps going on, we're seriously going to end up at the point of no return. Okay, I get it. So, he had you move some product, huh? Ash? It's nothing. Alright, long story short, you realize the error of your ways because you're in way over your head and you got scared. Now you know how stupid you were to bring Fafnir back, do whatever the hell you want, right before the war, huh? So what? There's something wrong with me realizing that? It's just, you went off to join the military academy and then I heard you shot the Emperor of all people. Then this old dude told me I could be the top dog around town. I thought, yeah, why not? It looks like the curse worked its way in with all of that emotional turmoil. Yeah, I got it. And the reason why. Probably for that moron too. In that case, I've got to set things straight, huh? Ash, you okay? You look like you're back to normal. Well, back to being a goofball, don't worry about it. Leave the rest to me, Brad. I'll talk it over with the old man. Got some stuff I want to ask him anyways myself. You do? Anyway, we'll have you be of use here, got it? Let's go look for some clues. Rean and Ash began asking around about Miguel. The rumors they heard pointed to him being somewhere outside town with a new shipment of goods. Eventually they tracked him down. Alright, it should be enough. Cal's punks ain't gonna use more than this. Got time to move on. One last trip back to town should do it. Oh? Where are you planning on scuttling off to next? What the... Ash! At the Ashen Chevalier? How's it hanging, Miguel? Been a while since I went to clean my apartment and ended up bumping into your ugly mug. Yeah, you've been helping out Brad and the others. Hello, Miguel. Haven't seen you since our old field exercises. Hope you realize I'm not going to let you get away with anything that might put young people in danger. Now, I'd like you to tell us about whatever it is you brought here from Ordis, the port city. I don't know what Brad's been telling you, but you've got me all wrong. Seek out young people with potential, and teach them the value of hard work, that's all. Shipping these things is just another aspect of that. A gun? Where? Oh yeah. So this is your new product, huh? It's an RF model. I'm guessing there's more in the container? That's alright. I've got contacts in the military who've helped me build up a decent stash little by little. I mean, no one knows for sure what's gonna happen to the world after this war starts, right? Gotta be prepared. Savvy folks from all over the continent are already putting together hidden weapon caches. The way I see it, you can make a fortune supplying them with the kind of high-quality arms they'll be needing. That's really low. Oh, so you're a war profiteer now? That's a pretty drastic change from when you only dealt in information. Not to mention how fast you got these weapons together all on your own. Figured that wouldn't be possible without the right connections and know-how. What aren't you telling us? Now that you mention it, something does seem off. It's simple, really. I wasn't always an informant. Until a little more than 10 years ago, I was a merchant, working a different kind of market. Some of the secret supply routes I learned about back then are coming in handy now, that's all. Now I'm done talking. Gonna let me through or what? Can't keep my customers waiting. What is it, Ash? Hey, don't go making any sudden moves. Look, Miguel, I don't give a rat's ass where you go next. One thing I gotta ask you first. I thought we were done here. Was it you? You the one who got me out of the mill? Hey, where's this coming from? Ash, do you mean? Yeah. I've been thinking about it ever since we found my mum's diary. 14 years ago, a merchant helped me escape from Hamel and into Raquel. What you said just now, you were a merchant more than 10 years ago. Well, things just clicked. Now I see. How long have we known each other, Miguel? My first days in Raquel from when I got adopted, since I could remember, basically. You were involved with all of that, weren't you? You weren't exactly a good influence. You even sold me out to the Jaegers that one time. I thought you were one of the most deadbeat pieces of crap around. But you still showed up at my mom's funeral and made a donation. Just felt so out of place for a small-time crook like you. Figured you must have had some ulterior motive. But looking at it now, I ever wonder if you felt some kind of obligation toward me. If I've got it wrong, go ahead and set me straight. When did you get so sharp, kid? I wanted to take this to the grave, but I guess my secret's out. It's true then. Every word. 14 years ago I was peddling my wares out by Palm. If I hadn't stepped out for a smoke that night, I might never have met you. Oh, take it easy, kid. What are you doing out here on the road by yourself? Was that... God, shut the hell's going on? Can't be good. Come on, kid. Let's get you out of here. I grabbed you and put you on the first train I could find. You wouldn't say a damn word to me, even after we got to Raquel. Didn't know what to make of that. But maybe you'd been mixed up in some kind of bad business. And the soldiers came for me. Don't know how they found out, but they knew I'd help you get away. Forget about everything that happened that night and ditch the kid. Be helping secure the future of the Empire. It's in your best interest to comply. You can pay whatever you want. Not a bad deal, huh? Deal, huh? Sounds more like a threat. Must have been part of the cover-up of a meld that Osborn spearheaded. Hate to sound heartless, but I was eager for any excuse to get rid of you. So I took their mirror, gave you to one of the hostesses at my favorite club. I knew she wouldn't put you out on the street. She's quite the woman, taking a kid in she knew next to nothing about and raising you as her own. Telling me. So you see, didn't really do anything that bad. Got you away from Hamel in one piece, even set you up with a new family. Was it so much for me to collect a little compensation in return? Yeah. That's all there is to it. I cut my ties to you, and got on with my life. Well, there's the curse once again. Our past doesn't mean shit to me. Right now, you're nothing but some punk who's standing in the way of me and my business. So, damn it, why can't I pull the trigger? You're a traitor, a criminal. You shot the Emperor for crying out loud. No one's gonna miss you. Took the damn money, I washed my hands of you. You had nothing to be nothing, so why can't I? So that's it. Guess that explains the sudden shift in your business model. I know you're not gonna admit it, but when you took that deal, it messed you up on the inside. You knew it was wrong, and you've been carrying that guilt with you ever since. That's what let the curse worm its way into your heart and turn you into a real crook. What the hell are you talking about? Don't act like you know me. If I'm wrong, why do you look like you're in so much pain? It's written all over your face, moron. You've been running from your sins all this time, but you just can't let them go. Ash, to be honest, you don't give a shit how far you fall. But there's something you should know. Right up until she passed, Mum was still smiling. She said it was a blessing having me in her life. Go figure, right? She also told me she wished she could thank the guy who brought us together. And I feel the same. I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for you. It wouldn't change a thing about the time I had with my mum. Well, it might have been nice if she'd been a better cook, but you can't win them all. As far as I'm concerned, my hometown isn't Hamel. It's Raquel, the town you brought me to. One of these days, I'll find a way to pay you back for everything you've done for me. I don't regret joining the academy or trying to find out about my past. That was my own choice. Because of that, got to meet Kurt, Philly, Bunny, Phony Locks. Not a bad bunch. Hell, even some of the instructors are okay, I guess. Huh. So I figured I got to at least say thank you. Not just for me, but for my mom too. The curse, it's... A kid who wouldn't talk at first, you sure grew up to have quite a mouth on you. Me getting all sentimental. You're like such a chump. But hey... Well, this only goes as far as you getting me off the streets. Huh? Leading Brad astray and sending me out during the field exercises. Now that's a different story. I think you've got a little debt to be paid, you feel me? That's fair. That ought to straighten his shit out. Man, that felt good. You're enjoying this a little too much. I hope this did you some good, Ash. As do I. Though now free from the curse, Miguel and Brad still had plenty of crimes to answer for. And turning them over to the authorities, Rean summoned Valimar to return him, and Ash to the Courageous too. You had me worried there for a minute. I'm glad it all worked out. Trust me, I was just as surprised to find out Miguel's the guy I owe my life to. At least now I feel like I can let the past go. Oh, that's good. I'm happy for you. Right. Enough sappy shit. Let's get back to the others. Fair enough, Ash. Fair enough. I miss the Damascus steel look on Valimar though. Your bond with Ash strengthened. Feels like I can let the past go now. Time to focus on what's in front of me. Next up is Crossbell. Third rival is waiting. Can't slack off you. I'm relying on you, Ash. Indeed. Alright, let's see what else we've got going on. Because those two are taking quite a bit of time, didn't they? Quite a bit. So, let's get a few things done here, probably before we end this part. I know. You two look like you're discussing something important. Hey, Rean. We're just talking about a fan letter I got from a patient at St. Ursula. I told you about it before, remember? Little girl who loves the radio dramas? Oh, that's right. You mentioned that she had been in the hospital for a long time now. Come to think of it, I think Monk might have mentioned her letters too. Yes, that's her. Her name's Nena. Well, Nena enjoyed last week's episode so much that she wanted to write in and tell the station how much she enjoyed it. Getting direct feedback from fans like this is the greatest joy a director can experience. It's so heartwarming, it's so humbling. It must be hard being stuck in the hospital though, especially as a kid. Righto, maybe I can write back and let her know that I'm rooting for her. Really? That would be wonderful. I know she'd be thrilled to hear from you. Thank you so much, Monk. Don't mention it. Besides, it also gives me the chance to tell her all about the special episode we got coming up. There it is. I'm a little mortified at the idea she might hear me on the radio, but it'll make her feel better. Don't worry, Rean. Just one little letter. Besides, everyone's gonna be tuning in anyway once our promos start ramping up. Yeah, I'm ready to crawl into a hole and die now. Patient has been sending in those some incredible letters. It's really inspiring. Suffering from a serious illness like that must be quite the ordeal. Maybe I should write back with some words of encouragement. Nena. I was just writing a letter to Nena. Thought I'd give it to her along with the one from Monk. She loves that show so much. It's gonna blow her mind getting a message from the director himself.
Let me know what you need.
Nothing special there.
Stay healthy.
I'll try. But I'm actually going to end this part here then, and the next part we'll continue the rounds. We've got quite a bit to do. We're not even finished on the Courageous. So many rounds. Ta-ta for now.